Before I start the video, I would like to say thanks to Beckhoff Japan to borrow me the IPC C6920 and Malaysia they provide the Siemens S210 drive to me to create this video. I really want to say thanks to both of you. Thank you. Hello, nice to see you again. I'm Chris. In this video, I'll show you how to use Beckhoff.TwinCAT3 to control the Siemens drive S210 by using ProvingNet. Maybe I will separate this series of video into several parts. First, I'll show you how to configure the S210 drive and then add this drive into TwinCAT3 project, and finally, I'll move it in the control panel in this video. In this video, I'll show you how to program it. I hope you will like this. Let's start. Okay, now I will introduce the hardware configuration in this video. Here is a Beckhoff IPC C6920, and this IPC have two ports. The first port I use as a commissioning port that to connect to my PC, that so that my TwinCAT3 can download project into my IPC. Then the second part I use as a ProvingNet network that is connected to my Siemens drive. In the Siemens drive that you can see here is a 24 DC supply, and here is a power supply of 220. That's why the reason that I use it as a Y transformer that to step up my voltage, my supply voltage from 100 to 200. And here this is the drive, this is the power supply of the drive, and here you see orange cable. It is a technology from Siemens called OCC, one cable connections. It means the power, the motor power, and the encoder and the brake, and just use one cable. This is one orange cable, and here is the Siemens Servo drive. This drive I have two ports. The first port is used as a commissioning port. You cannot configure as a ProvingNet network. And the second one, there's two Ethernet port but share one IP address. You can configure it as a ProvingNet network. Okay, my intro is end, and let's start to configure my drive. Okay, now it's the time to configure the Siemens drive. And you see here that the commissioning port of Siemens drive X127 is connected to the hub. And here's the white cable is the hub of this hub. In this hub is connecting to my PC. So just open your browser and enter this IP address 169.254.11.22. Then you see this screen. If it's your first time to use this drive or you factory reset before, you need to set a password. Okay, now the username is administrator, and enter your password, log in. Good. Now here is your web server page, and you see here the PC is connected to my drive, and the motor is also connected to my drive. Good. In this server, you can done a couple of things. For example, now you see there's a red alarm here. Here with fault, let's say it's fault, and here is this red yellow one is warning. So go to Dynamics and message. Then you see something wrong in here. There's some fault message in here. Let's also see that there's a red LED is flashing. What you can do, just plus the acknowledge fault. Done. You see the error is clear, and the drive LED change direct to green. Good. And also you can go to the backup your parameters. You can set your parameters here. You can change your safety function, but I will not explain too much in here. So let's go back to home, and in here just have a control panel button. When you click it, when you click it, there's a pop-up showed, and now we just would like to place the drive in the web server. So what you do is press the take control button. That's that the control is in the by the okay. Okay, let me explain the story now. In this case, because here you see this green cable, right? It's connecting to the ProfiNet interface of the S200 to 210. It should be controlled by my Beckhoff IPC in ProfiNet network. But you see now the Beckhoff IPC is still in blue condition. It means it's still in config mode, so the ProfiNet I/O controller is not activated. If the ProfiNet IPC PN controller is activated, you cannot take the control in the web server. It makes sense, right? Fieldbus has a higher priority than your web server. If you want to do, but it's very normal. In the when you start the machine, then you maybe just need to move to test your drive in web server, but not by your IPC, just in the web server directly. So it's also very useful functions to test your drive is really functionality or not. Okay, come back to my web server. Just take plus the take control, confirm, then take the control from the control that your web server can rotate your motor. And here you see this oranges layer something here. That means the web server can control the drive directly. So what you can do now, just in the speed point, enter the RPM set point, for example 300, and then press enter, hold to rotate. Done. You see now the motor is running. Then you see actual speed and actual torque and current feedback, and also the other directions. Good. Okay, very easy, not big deal, right? After you've done it, just press the return control to give back the control from your web server. Give back your control. Confirm it. Good. The next one, I'll show you how to do the auto tuning. Because this phase has a one button actually. Go to the commissioning, tuning, and here take control again. Confirm it, and I'll show standard settings. No need to change too much in here, and start tuning. And here is a rotation limit that you don't set. I'm just testing. This is 316, and press OK. Then you see how the drive you start to auto tuning. Just wait a second. Done. You see some current value. There's some value we change the scale of the input time. This is finished. What you need to do now is return the control, confirm, and then save the change. Just wait a second. Done. Auto tuning is done. But no big deal, right? Okay, now we can operate the motor in the web server, and we did the auto tuning. Our next step is to play it by TwinCAT. Now it's the time to configure your Siemens drive. Okay, here's a TwinCAT project. Now before we start to configure a ProfiNet network, if you see my videos before, then you will know a GSDML file need to import in your ProfiNet I/O controller project to configure a ProfiNet network. As Yaku S210 is same. So you just open your browser, go to Google to search Siemens S210 GSDML, then the first result is your answer. And then click it. Here for the Dynamics S210 with firmware v5.2 SP3, just download the zip file and then put somewhere in your computer. Done. Okay, now we can insert our ProfiNet I/O controller in the TwinCAT project. Go to I/O device, right click it, add new items, choose ProfiNet I/O controller RT, press OK. Okay, I don't know which interface actually I'm using, although I know this one is the second one that I'm using this as a port in the network, but I don't know the name. But okay. Go to editor, search. Try this one. Good. This one is what I need. Okay. So okay, so the next one we need to do is to add a task for the ProviNet IO controller. Go to synchronize task, select the special synchronize task, and create new IO task. Here PNIO, just enter some name that you like. PNIO task. Okay, and then let's set the cycle as 1 millisecond. The next one is you need to go to setting, and you need to maybe you need to set your ProviNet IO controller's IP. Just here, just enter some IP here. For example, here, just set it. Okay, maybe because some reason that you cannot set it, but now I think it's okay. Now it's the time to add your S210 drive. Go to click here, the ProviNet controller, right click, add new items. And then this time you will not use this one, you use Provi drive MCDP-V2 PNIO. Browse it and select Provi drive, OK. And then choose the GSDML file that you download from Siemens website. And here is two versions, V5.1 or V5.2. Which one should I use? Let's open the browser. Here, go to here, and then log in. Okay, actually don't need to log in. Here, you see the firmware is V5.1 SP1. So in here, you should choose the same firmware exactly. So V5.1 is your choice. Press OK. Done. Now the S210 drive is insert in your network. First of all, go to General tab to change your drive name, no, device name. For example, S200 drive. Okay. So my device name now is S210 drive. And go to Device tab, set your IP of your drive. Just let some 96 something. Done. The next one, we need to add the telegram into your drive. So what telegram you can just think is a some contract between your IO controller and the drive. Then depends on this contract, the drive will give you some data, and you can control the drive by depends on what telegram that you're using. For example, using telegram 1, you only can use it as a speed control. If you use it as a 105 something, you can use it a positioning control something. You need to reference their menu. There's a very good menu they call Siemens list menu S1200. Let me search for you. Go to here and then search S1200 list menu. Here is a very good menu. So the very good menu is more than I think more than 3,000 pages. You describe all the telegram details and the flow and which parameter of dynamics, how it works. Although here is S120 and 150, but the theory is same. It's very good menu, really. Okay, and then go to here, click the API, right click, add new items. Here, and then click drive. And here others, you can see so many telegram here. So which telegram did I use? I only tell you that this one, for example, 30 is used as safety, and 3 or 102 is you can use a RLT, and 5 and 105 use as IRT network. Okay, the Telegram 3 is the item that I'll use in this time. Just click it and drop to the slot 3. Done. Close it. Now open your API. You see in the term 2 have a drive object. Inside have a module access point and Telegram 3 access Telegram 3 items. Good. Now you can download the project from your PC to the Beckhoff.TwinCAT IPC, the Beckhoff IPC. Go to System, choose System, and search Ethernet. And go to Podcast. Choose the interface that you're connecting to with your Beckhoff IPC. That's OK. Just wait a second. Now it's loading. Now done. You see here is the IPC that you can find in your network. Add root. Go to security AS administrator, and password is 1. Oh, not 1. If it's OK. If the connection is OK, you see a icon here. Close it. Now you can choose your IPC. Press OK, and then activate configurations. OK. Restart. Done. Now go to device 1, your ProviNet controller, and go to setting. Go ProviNet. And scan PNL device. Just search it. Okay, now you see that the drive 1 is your device name. That if your IP, some wrong IP that actually don't want it, what can you do? Just click it, station name, and change it. For example, S210 drive IPE. Okay, and set station name. And change and close it. Download again. Reset it. Okay, let's see the scan PNL device again. Oh, good. Now you see the IP change depends on your station name. If you still don't trust it, just open go here, open the box status. You see the connections is script and no error. Okay, our first step is done. We config a S210 drive in our TwinCAT project and download to my Beckhoff IPC. But also, the communication is okay. Now we can do some other step. We can access into our project. Go to Motion, right click, add new items. Choose NC P2P NCR configurations. And then go select access, right click, add new items, and add new access. Good. Now you can go to setting. Here is two items. The first one is linked to I/O. The second one is linked to PLC. Link to I/O is the field that link to your field bus I/O. Here, you see the I/O, right? Same. Link to PLC is the link to variables inside your user program. So now we still don't have PLC. No need to care that. But we will finish in next tutorial. Don't worry. Link to I/O and choose Provi drive. That is a very bonus one. Not bonus one. That's very good. That I think TwinCAT done very great job. That because before I used this Provi drive, I also think that TwinCAT can only integrate the drive with EtherCAT interface. But after that, I see, oh my god, they can use Provi drive also in their motion object. So what they mean? What is the mean? That you can operate the same control panel, or you can use the same parameter setting in TwinCAT side. It means that you can use the same program. you can use the MC function block. Don't worry, this stuff I'll show you later. I'll show you maybe next tutorial. Let's just POVI drive, press OK. Then you see the access type, now change to POVI drive MC something. And then there's some parameter you need to set in here. Browse it, go to encoder. The first one I would like to show you is the inward encoder counting directions. When you test your machine, sometimes when you drive your motor in a positive rotation, if the count is minusing, then it means the direction is wrong, you need to change it. The second one is a scaling factor. It means how the revolutions of your encoder. In here, I just choose maybe B60 mm per revolutions, and then here the second one, scale factor, is this denominator is depends on your encoder. Okay, so if you search after I didn't show in your website. After if you search the encoder of this Siemens drive, it's a 22-bit. So 22-bit is this value. Just copy it, paste it, and then select it, download. Okay. Sorry, I didn't down. I need to activate configuration again. Sorry. Just download my access into TwinCAT IPC, my EPC again. Okay, time to run mode. Okay, now you see the parameter change here, and the angular settings okay. Now maybe you use it later in your application. For example, it's a soft limit for the minimum and maximum, and you can set the position something. But this is not used in this case. Go to drive and then go to drive. The first one I need to show you to do is go to POVI drive and choose absolute, because this is absolute encoder, and then this P979.2.4 something was that this is the parameter from the Siemens S210 drive. So what you need to do, just click it to read the value. Click, okay, click, and then this one also click it and calculate. Done. And then download it. Finish. Okay, download. And then here I think it's nothing special you need to set in this time now. And finally go to the access. I think it's access. There's something I would like to show you also is the monitoring functions. Here you see some functions. Default set to true. Is a position leg monitoring, range monitoring, and target monitoring. So it is the value that always compare the set point between the set point and your current position. If the gap is too big, it will show error and stop your drive. I think in the real application when it start the production, that you should turn it on, because it maybe have some hardware problem when the position, the separate position, and your current gap is too much. But I've in the startup now, because now it's still in startup, you don't need to show this error too much, right? It will stop your work. So what I do, just choose false to disable it. Don't forget to enable it after you tune your machine, okay? And then download it. I don't want to save it. I just download it. Okay, and then why here download it. Okay, file first last one, download it. Okay, done. So what can we do now? Now we can try to run our drive and go to access. Go to access 1 and online. There's one more factor I would like to adjust. It's controller K factor. It is a gate to adjust the position 0 error. Just keep it a little big, maybe 10 something. Okay, first of all, go to functions to set this current position to 0. Done. And then now we can enable our controller. Go here to press the set button. Enable your controller. Enable to rotate in forward, but also in backward. Override as 100%. And press OK. Then there's a error showing here. Here is the F8 button with a R alphabet. Just set it. Let's approach it to reset your error. Ooh, now you can try to run your drive. Sorry, it's a 10 here. Don't forget to put the download button. Okay. Now you can start to run the drive. How? Just press F3 or F2 to jog the drive into forward or backward. Good. And then plus and minus is to let your drive to jog in a little bit fast. Okay. Not good, not bad. Set it. And then now we can try to make a positioning. Go to target velocity, maybe for example 200, and then target position is set to V60, and then press F5 to start to run the positioning. Then you see now we change to go to 316, but because now we can just see the camera, maybe it's not easy to see actually what is happened or not. But for example here, just press 0 and then press F5 again. Actually the drive now is running back to 0 something. Yes, and don't worry, I actually in the YouTube I also paste a link to show you that to actually the drive is really running or something. Yes. Okay, I hope you like videos. My video here is finished. In this video I showed you how to configure the Siemens S210 drive by using their web server, and also operate it in their control panel. And after that I use TwinCAT to configure a police drive in the hardware configurations and run it in the control panel in TwinCAT. Next video I will show you how to use how to create some program. I show you how to create some program to control the drive in jog mode or in positioning something. I hope you like my videos and see you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.